Hey guys, so today is the day where I am going to be telling a story that I've been very excited to tell. I feel like since it's happened, I feel like whenever something not the best happens to me, the first thing I think of is I cannot wait to make a video on this. So I've been waiting a little bit to make this video, mainly because I've been so busy I haven't had time, but I knew as soon as I sat down to film another video it was going to be this one because I think you guys are going to like it a lot. But before I get into the highly anticipated story time, I want to tell you guys about this company that I just discovered called Frivida. Frivida, I know these just look like boxes, but they are basically a little portable aroma diffusers, so you can have aroma diffusers wherever you want to go and stuff like that. So it comes in a box like this. I have already opened it because I was way too excited and it smelled so good. But it comes with a little manual to explain everything and then a little carrying case so you could take it on the go. Once you open it, there is your little aroma diffuser. You just pop this out and then this is literally it. Like, this is what you could take anywhere, and basically you just pop this top off. Right in here is where you would put the little aroma scents. So once you put a couple drops on there, you just put this back on and then you just press the top button. I'm super excited to use this because you can put it in your car, you can put it anywhere. It's just with batteries. I personally probably wouldn't leave it in the car just because I get nervous with heat and batteries and stuff. I don't know about science, but when I'm driving in the car, I'm gonna put this in my cup holder or anywhere. You could even put like a little sticky thing on the back and like stick it to the side of your car, and then you have aroma scents in your car at all times. And there's so many different scents. They sent me 2 boxes full of scents, so I'll just read some of them to you and then I'll tell you some of my favorites. And if you don't know, essential oils are really good for a lot of things. Calming down, sleep. So I know lavender is really good for sleep, but some of them are eucalyptus. I love eucalyptus. Sweet orange, which is so good. That's more of like an energy boosting scent. Lemongrass also smells really good. I feel like lemongrass and orange would be really good together. The Frivida base kit, it comes with these 6 essential oils, and it also comes with this little wood holder, which this I thought was so cool. I'd never seen something like this before. It just says Frivida on the side, and then the top is kind of like curved in, and basically you could place this anywhere in your room, drop 3 to 4 little drops of the essential oils into the top, and it will make your room smell amazing. I'm mainly really excited to make my room and my car smell amazing. I love patchouli, which there's also a patchouli scent in the other box that they sent me. Patchouli and eucalyptus and any of like that orange uplifting smells are my absolute favorite. I will leave everything linked down below, and thank you Frivida for sending me these things so I can share them with you guys. Okay, now let's get into the story time. This story time is something that has not happened to me once, but I'll get into that later. And I've been really excited to tell a story because in the way my brain processes things and the way that I think about these type of situations where I come on here and tell a story is that if you didn't want me to come on here and tell a story about something that you did, then don't do me dirty. I wouldn't be coming on here to talk about you if you didn't do me dirty, because there'd be nothing for me to talk about. But if you do something wrong and rude, I can't make any promises that I'm not going to come on here and say what you did, because if I can get anything out of it, at least I can get some good content out of it and some coin. So thank you. You know who you are. Actually, this person was subscribed to me at YouTube at one point, so he may still be subscribed to me. If he is, hi, how are ya? You already know this story, so just sit back and relax and listen to it from my end. All right, we gotta think of what to call this person, but I want it to be like close to their name. Hey Siri, what's a name similar to? Okay, so there's really not many names like super similar, but we'll just go with Cade. His name is Cade in this story. So I went to the mall probably around April or like May, probably around May, and I went shopping in Gucci because I was buying myself, when I hit 50,000 subscribers on here, I bought myself, this is what I bought myself for 50K. I think this was just, I don't know why I was buying this, but I really wanted to buy it. So I was going into Gucci to get this necklace. It is the Gucci Ghost necklace. It was me and my really good friend Brianna. We had ate lunch and went there, and when we went in, this guy named Cade walked up, an employee at Gucci, and he was basically like, oh, like, can I help you guys with anything? And I explained that I wanted this necklace and that he went and got it. And throughout this whole time, he's like being flirty, but I rolled out of bed. I looked disgusting. So I was like, there's no way that he's being flirty towards me. And when he went to the back to go get the necklace, Brianna was like, dude, he's flirting with you. And I was like, no way. Like, there is no way. Do you see what I look like right now? Like, there's no way this kid. And he was very good looking, you know, nothing crazy, but he was a good looking guy. So I was like, there's no way this guy is flirting with me right now. Like, I look heinous. So he comes back, and I remember he was like, he put the necklace on me, and he I don't know, he was just being very flirty. And I was talking about how I wanted to go to Louis Vuitton real quick before I made this purchase to make sure this is what I wanted. And he was like, okay, like, just put your number in this phone and I can send you over the information, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. I didn't know if it was his work phone or his phone. Like, I didn't know if that was just his way of getting my number. Like, I was very confused. But as we walked out the door, he had texted me. Actually, I definitely still have the text. He had texted me the necklace and said Gucci man and then his name. And then I was like, and he was like, don't call me that. Like, kind of like joking around. And I was like, oh, I'm 100% calling you that. And then we went to Louis and ended up not finding anything. So I said, don't be too bummed, I'm coming back, with like a little heart, because he had sent me a heart too. We went back and I ended up buying the necklace, and as we were leaving, he texted me and was like, do you guys live near the mall? I don't get off for another hour, but I'm probably grabbing a drink after work if you wanted to join. And I was like, oh my god. And I looked at Brianna, I was like, wait, what if he actually likes you? Like, what if it's not me? What if he likes you, but he just has my number, so he's like using me to get to you? And she was like, no, he definitely likes you, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, sure. That night, because I don't live near the mall that I went to, we ended up going downtown though, which is kind of more close to over here. And I had told him, listen, if you want to hang out, if you want to grab a drink, you can come to downtown, like where I'm going. And he ended up going. We hung out that night, got to know each other, obviously, since we didn't know each other. And of course, I was joking around, being like, oh, let me guess, this is the line that you always use. You work at Gucci, this is how you get girls, like, whatever. I was like, this is common, of course, like, was what I was assuming. And he was like, no, like, this isn't normal, like, whatever. But I didn't really believe him. And so that all went well, whatever. And I want to say we were texting nonstop, normal, blah, 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 blah. Hi, how are ya? So as I was editing this, and I know I'm sitting kind of weird and look kind of weird, but that's because I just did like a phone interview thing, and I just thought I might as well do this now, because as I was editing, I realized I forgot like a major part to this story. I really don't know how. I think because sometimes when I am filming story times, I'm on my laptop, by the way, so if it looks awful, that's why. I feel like a lot of times when I'm filming story times, my brain gets so whatever this is, that I forget things. So basically, after we met, I was going home to go to like North Carolina to visit my family and just kind of stay home a little bit because it was summer. And when I had told him like, hey, I'm leaving, sorry, we can't hang out again after like we hung out downtown for like probably like a month. I'm not coming back up to school for like a month. And he was like, oh my god, like I can come down to where you live, like we can go get a hotel, stay by like the water, like, and I'll come down for the weekend, like whatever. I was kind of like, oh, that's really nice. Like, I don't know. A lot of the times when I'm talking to someone, my parents are always like, have the guy, you know, show effort, have the guy put in effort, make them drive somewhere, like stuff like that. So obviously the fact that someone wanted to drive down 3 hours just to see me, I was like, oh, wow, like, okay. He ended up having off work one Monday or something, or a Friday, came down to where I live, which is about like 3 hours away, got a hotel, by like the water, which was really nice. And well, the hotel like wasn't that nice, but my point is like it was a hotel by the water, whatever. And we ended up hanging out all 3 days. During that time, we like went to restaurants downtown in the area. We went to like the mall, just walked around, shops, stuff like that. And it was nice. It was great. You know, nothing crazy, but it was nice that this person actually put in the effort and drove somewhere to see me because they wanted to hang out with me. I felt like, I don't know, it was just out of the ordinary because normally, like, I'm the one putting in all the effort. So I was like, wow, like, this guy actually cares. I don't know. Everyone else thought it was so weird that, like, I had just met this kid and he was driving to South Florida to see me. Like, everyone was like, that's a little odd. And I was like, no, like, he's putting in effort. He cares. Like, duh. And then once I got back up there was when, like, we obviously hung out next, and then I guess the rest of it is the rest of the story. But I just had to obviously include the fact that he literally drove 3 hours to see me while I was home and hang out with me for the weekend, because that clearly is a big point of the story and as to why I was so confused when 3 months later he disappeared. Because clearly he was showing that he cared. Even a little bit. People are going to watch this and be like, honey, your standards are low. But, like, it's very nice that someone would drive 3 hours, like, just to see you. I thought it was nice, but clearly it meant nothing. Okay, I guess now back into the story. I don't know if there was anything else I had to say. I think that's it. If there's anything else as I'm editing this, I will be back. But see you guys later. I guess you could consider that we were talking. I don't know what words to use nowadays. I ended up going to LA because this was still over summer, so I was traveling a lot. And when I was coming back from LA, he offered to pick me up from the airport. So I was like, you really don't have to do that. I was getting at like a 7 a.m. flight, but he wanted to pick me up. So I said, okay, like, thank you so much, whatever. So he picked me up from the airport. We went back, hung out. I'm pretty sure I slept for a while because I was exhausted, and kind of spent the day together. And then that same day when I was there from the airport, he had mentioned getting Shawn Mendes tickets, which were at the end of the month or like in a month or something, like they were far away. And I was like, that's interesting. Like, he's actually wanting to plan something with me like months in advance, which I don't know, it's just, I was surprised because that means obviously he was going to be talking to me for a longer period of time. Like, that's just how my brain thought of it, of course. And so there was probably plenty more times in between that we hung out. We would always go get dinner, go get drinks, just normally hang out. He asked me to go to this like nice dinner, which was nice because I feel like at my age it's so uncommon for guys to like actually take you on nice dinner dates. So I thought that was really sweet. I went to this really nice dinner. Everything was going fine. That night we went back to his place and we ended up getting drinks also somewhere else. I don't know how like to describe, like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I don't want to just like go into like detail about conversations because that's weird, but surprise, me again. So basically what he was saying was that like I was the only girl that he was talking to and that he really liked me and that he wasn't talking to anyone else or seeing anyone else. And this whole time while he was saying that, I was literally just there like, like, I wasn't sitting there like, oh my god, like, me too, like, you're the only person I'm talking to, or like, no, I'm talking to more people. Like, I wasn't saying anything because I just didn't. First off, I like didn't even want to have that conversation because I didn't think it was necessary. It had only been 3 months or like 2 months. So I really didn't think there was a whole point of having a discussion of like, you're the only person I'm talking to, because it wasn't at that point yet. So while he was just blabbing on and on about how like I'm the only girl that he like wants or is talking to or anything, I was just like, okay, awesome. So I wasn't like, oh, you better only be talking to me or like only me. I literally was like, you could do whatever you want. Like, we're not anything as of right now. So even if you were talking to someone else, I couldn't be mad. That was basically the conversation we were having. I didn't want to say it when I was filming, but here we are. And you would think for a guy that's all that they want to hear is that I'm not trying to like get married. You know, you would think that a guy would be happy and ecstatic to hear that I was just like, we're all good with whatever is going on. Talking to me about like things in like the future, not like the far future, but I mean like just things coming up and like plans. So of course I thought like, wow, this is going well. Like, I'm so surprised. The next day we woke up and he ended up calling out of work to stay home, and he wanted to just like spend the day with me. He ended up ordering in breakfast, or I think he actually went and got the breakfast and brought it back. Got a bunch of Cracker Barrel. We ate it. Like, it was just a nice like day that we spent. I stayed there probably till like midday, like maybe like evening, I can't even remember. And then I went back home thinking nothing weird. It was like, see you later, I'll see you again soon. Like, totally normal. I came home. I think I ended up texting him something about this YouTuber that I was watching or something random. And all he responded was LOL to that text. And after that, I responded something after he said LOL, trying, you know, keep conversation going. After that, I never heard from him again. Like, never heard from him again. I'm not the type of person where I'm going to be like, hello, hi, where'd you go? Like, how are you? I'm just not the type of person. Like, if you want to speak to me, obviously you will speak to me. And I guess just the whole way that last conversation went, I was assuming that he didn't want to speak to me. So I was waiting for him to reach back out, and he never did. I was so confused. I was like, everything was going so well, you know, taking me to these nice dinners and nice restaurants, hanging out with me, planning things in the later months coming up. It just was so confusing, and it wasn't even that I really cared, but it was just mind-blowing to me. Like, what? So now fast forward over a month that I never heard from this kid again, and it's about recruitment time, so like beginning of August. And I was about to go to sleep. It was like 2 a.m. on a Friday, I want to say. And I got a text being like, I am so sorry for the way I treated you, and for being a jerk. He didn't say the word jerk, but we're keeping it PG. That's all. Obviously, I did not answer. Like, you're texting me at 2 a.m. on a Friday. You're probably drunk or out or doing something. So I obviously did not answer. I didn't even want to give him the time of day. And about, I want to say 2 or 3 days later, and I have my reds on, so he saw that I saw it. And about 2 or 3 days later, he texted me again. And it was because he had never seen me with dark hair. When we were talking, my hair was blonde. And I had posted pictures of me with dark hair before, you know, recruitment and stuff. But we didn't follow each other on social media. So that means that he like went onto Instagram and searched my name to find my profile, which to me was kind of weird because we, like I said, had not spoken in over a month. And he basically texted me and was like, oh my God, your hair looks so good, like amazed. In reality, I wanted to be like, you lost that one for yourself, hun. But I was like, no, I'm not even gonna give him benefit of any of that. And I literally thumbs up the message, just like I really like your hair. And I'm just over here like, that is the last time that we ever had any sort of communication. I have not seen the kid. I have gone to the mall like twice since. I honestly tried to avoid that mall at all costs now, just because I do not want to see him in the mall, because it's just like so awkward and uncomfortable, and I don't want to hear your reasoning, and I don't want to hear an excuse, and I don't want to hear anything for that matter, just because I feel like ghosting and everything like that is just so immature and like so childish. Clearly, if something isn't working with someone or you don't want to continue talking to them, it's very simple to convey that, and just to disappear after like 3 months is very childish, if you ask me. Like I said, it was only like 3 months of us talking. I thought it was going in a good direction, but clearly it wasn't. But it was something where it was only 3 months. It was nothing serious at all. So that's why I think all of this is kind of like funny and lighthearted. Of course, I was not upset. I was confused and more like mad, being like, how dare you have the audacity? But it wasn't anything where I was like, oh my God, I'm heartbroken. Like, no, I could really care less. And that also comes into play. Like, obviously, if I would have cared a lot and this would have been something that was going on for like months and months and months, then of course I would have maybe reached out and been like, hey, is everything okay? But didn't really care enough for it to be okay. So that's why I never said anything. Also, I'm kind of interested to see how you guys are going to take this story. I'm sure other girls or guys have been ghosted before. So if you've been ghosted, then comment down below and let me know your story. But I feel like that's how most of these kind of stories go. You start talking to the person, everything's going great, it's going in a good direction, and then they disappear. I was like, this kid could be living in Mexico at this point, or even somewhere farther. I don't know. He could be living in a different galaxy, and I wouldn't know. Like, this kid disappeared into thin air. It was just wild to me. Wild. But I do have kind of like a part 2 to this. It's with a different person. Yay me. But it's with a different person still in this year. I don't know if I had like Waste My Time 2019 tattooed on my forehead, but that's what this year was for me. Guys, just really wanted to waste my time. So I have a part 2. It will be up soon. It is about someone different, and it kind of has a completely different plot that will blow your mind, because it blew my mind and all my friends. I wish Gabby was here to be able to tell this other ghosted story time with me, because her commentary on it would be hilarious. Maybe I can even have her send in a video to put in that video, or like FaceTime her while I'm filming it, because she was there for it. And let me tell you, it was wasn't good, to say the least. But if you guys are excited for that video and you like this video, make sure you give this video a bit. What? If you're excited for that video, and if you like this video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I need a nap. And of course, if you're excited to see future videos and you don't want to miss anything, then make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss anything. I know I've been slacking a little bit, I'm sorry, but I'm getting this video and another video up immediately for you guys. Well, this video is already up technically. The other one will be up soon, I promise. But yeah, just get ready for more awesome content. So turn on post notifications. And like I said, if you've ever had someone ghost you and you were very confused, comment down below so we can be confused together. Because, and I know MTV has a new show coming out, but I might just send this and my other one for my audition tape and be like, hi, my name's Nikki and I get ghosted. I've gotten ghosted twice. I was about to say all the time, and then I was like, oh no, not all the time. That's crazy. And it's October, so I'm wearing my skeleton shirt, and I have little ghost lights up there too. You probably can't tell that they're ghosts, but they're little ghosties up there, and this is my favorite time of the year. From now until the end of December is literally my favorite time ever. I feel like I'm talking forever. I'm sorry. You're probably like, we get it. You told us a story. You can go now. But yeah, I don't even know if I really told this story that well. Every single time I tell a story, I'm like, did I do that right? And then I'm like, no, I definitely did. I got the point across. Well, if you guys enjoy my messy story times, then stay tuned again next week. I love you guys, and I will see you very soon. Oh, and don't forget to go check out Favorita down below. I will leave everything that I talked about down there as well. Bye, guys.